Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Gentleman from California is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you. Let me begin with the usual stipulations. This is the final amendment to the bill. It won't kill the bill or send it back to committee. When this is adopted, the bill will immediately proceed to final passage as amended. So there's no procedural reason to oppose this motion to recommit. Let's talk about the substance. Now, we have heard a lot of debate this morning about the need to give big oil, the most profitable industry in the history of the world, yet another advantage. For years, Americans have been told that we have to drill, baby, drill. The theory that we always hear is that we need to extract every barrel of oil from every acre of American soil to keep gas prices low and to provide, quote, energy security. But as soon as American gas prices started to drop, the curtain was raised and the truth was revealed. The real reason for drill, baby, drill, surprise, surprise, was to give big oil the chance to maximize their profits on the world market. It's not enough that they've been able to game the tax code for a century with billions of dollars of tax breaks not available to other taxpayers or businesses. It's not enough that they continue to enjoy access to our public lands and waters for oil drilling, even though they're no longer paying into the Land and Water Conservation Fund, the long-standing law that expired at the beginning of this month. Now, as a reminder, for the past 50 years, the Land and Water Conservation Fund was an agreement, a compact between the American people and big oil. It said that when we let oil and gas companies drill and profit from drilling in federal waters, they have to dedicate a fraction of the profits, just a fraction, to protect our great outdoors for future generations.
Gentleman will suspend.
The deal is they have to dedicate a fraction of those profits to protecting our great outdoors for future generations so that our grandchildren will be able to hike and hunt and fish in our parks and wildlife refuges. The Land and Water Conservation Fund was shamefully allowed to lapse at the beginning of this month, and the majority hasn't scheduled a single vote or even a hearing to get it back on the books. No, all of these concessions to oil and the gas industry are not enough for this House. With today's bill, the House majority is saying that American oil and gas companies can drill more, export more, and realize even greater profits no matter the environmental consequences, no matter the consequences to health and safety. As presently written, the underlying bill, H.R. 702, would permanently ensure that no export restrictions for any reason could be implemented or enforced in the future. That's what this bill says. That is breathtaking in its devotion to the oil and gas industry's agenda. Now, my motion to recommit would ensure that the President and federal government agencies charged with protecting human health, the environment, and public safety can continue to do their job that constituents rely on them to do. Specifically, with this amendment, we'll ensure that bedrock health and safety laws like the Safe Drinking Water Act and the Hazardous Liquid Pipeline Act, that laws like that will not be cast aside in favor of big oil's desire to sell more crude overseas. Now, if you think about it, this is a very straightforward amendment. So I just want to ask my colleagues a question. Should crude oil exports trump the Safe Drinking Water Act? Should big oil profits trump the need for pipeline safety and pipeline inspection? Of course not. We need to protect safe drinking water. We need to ensure pipeline safety. And so, my colleagues, I urge you to vote yes on this MTR to improve this bill, and I yield back.